Hey everyone, you know we all have that relative who's known to tell tall tales, and a musical about a son looking deeper into his dad's larger-than-life stories opens this week. Two cast members from the Loveland Stage Company's production of Big Fish join us in studio today. We have Hunter Gee and Nate Hitker. Thanks for coming out this morning. We appreciate you. I was saying Big Fish, it's a novel, it's a movie, it's a musical, and my understanding from you during the commercial break is it really comes directly more or less from the movie, but throw some music in there too.
It does. It's got a lot of musical stuff into it. There's something for everybody in the family.
Yeah.
We have mermaids and witches and giants.
Dancing
elephants. Yes. We have a big USO number, so there's something for everybody in the show.
How do you, when you're putting something together like that on stage that is so sort of big and grandiose and has all these different elements, how does that come together on stage? 'Cause that's a big ask visually, you know?
Yes, so it's really the chemistry we have with one another and able to flip characters during costume changes, being able to become a different character and create this different world in each number for audiences to view.
Wow, so does more or less everybody out there play several different characters? How does that work?
We do, yeah. I have one particular character, Dr. Bennett, but I also play quite a few different roles throughout the ensemble and have quite a few costume changes.
So that's chemistry, that's costume changes, but that's also got to be pretty difficult for you to keep track. Okay, who am I in this moment, and what is that person like? Tell me about dealing with multiple characters in the same show.
So I play Zachy Price. He's a friend of the lead character. So when I play Zachy, it's a very dynamic, funny character.
Yeah.
And then changing into other scenes where we have a Western and like a witches scene, it's very like having to become a different character is sometimes challenging, but with the costume it kind of helps to be able to show who we're trying to become.
Isn't that the thing? Sometimes just getting it on its feet when you have the costume on can really, really help a lot. What is that like? Again, I talk about things visually, but for a show like this, I think you have to. What was it like getting all the costumes together and finally getting in those for the first time?
Our costumer had quite the feat for this show. There is so many costumes to do. They look amazing. The set looks amazing. Just the set alone is great to look at. It's beautiful.
Tell me about the music in the show, because like I was telling you guys, I'm familiar with the movie, but not the musical at all. What is it? Is it very much musical kind of music? What kind of music is it?
It's very musical theatery. There's, like Nate said, there's a lot of numbers for every different kind of story that you want to tell. So there's heart-touching numbers, there's entertainment numbers, there's moments where you want to laugh, moments where you want to cry. It's really a beautiful show.
In addition to the spectacle of it all, get into sort of the human elements of this, because we're talking about a son and his father and that kind of relationship. Talk about how important is that, and how it, I would imagine, still resonates with anybody who's going to go see a show like this.
Yeah. The father, Edward, lived quite a fantastical life.
Yeah.
He would tell stories that as his son Will gets older, it gets him frustrated because he feels like he doesn't know his father. Yeah. Will kind of goes on his own journey to discover, the man behind the myth. And he realizes maybe they weren't all tall tales. Maybe some were, maybe he elaborated on some. But it's not just hearing the story, it's also listening to it and finding the message behind the story.
Love it. We enjoyed listening to you this morning. Thank you both for coming in. Details on the show in terms of when you open, getting tickets, all that stuff.
Yes, it's lovelandstagecompany.org/tickets.
Easy enough, and we'll get that website up at local12.com. Thanks for coming in. Break a leg.
Thank you.
Have a great run.
Hey there, thanks so much for visiting the Local 12 YouTube channel. Click the links, hit subscribe to get notified anytime we post content to this channel.